You may have heard that diets don't work. Well, they don't. And you might be wondering what to do instead. My name's Dawn Clifford, and that's just what I'm going to tell you in this short presentation. First, we're going to review the drawbacks of dieting. I'll introduce you to a non-dieting approach and finish off providing 10 self-care tips. First of all, the drawbacks of dieting. The scientific literature has proven over and over again that diets don't work. And when I say dieting, I'm talking about any time a person pursues weight loss, which usually begins with restriction, followed by deprivation. They often experience intense cravings, and that usually leads to consumption and overconsumption, and then guilt, which starts the cycle over again. Weight regain is the norm when it comes to the dieting cycle. And researchers have also found that weight loss is not required to improve health and well-being. So many are turning towards a non-diet approach. A non-diet approach takes into account the person's overall health and well-being, taking the focus off of the scale. And on the topic of overall health and well-being, it's important to look at all the pieces that go into the health puzzle beyond just diet and exercise. For example, socioeconomic factors, physical environment, access to health care. Remember, diet and exercise are just a very small piece of the health puzzle. A non-diet approach is a weight-neutral approach, meaning the focus is on how you feel. You eat foods and you move your body in a way that feels best, focusing on energy levels, your GI health, your emotional health, and letting go of the number on the scale. Here are 10 self-care tips to start shifting your focus away from a weight loss or diet approach towards a non-diet approach. Tip number 1, permission for pleasure. Eat in a way that honors both your body and your soul. Eat nourishing foods, but also honor cravings. And try to refrain from thinking of food as good or bad. Food doesn't need to fit into these little categories. Instead, start noticing that when you start listening to your body naturally craves a variety of nourishing foods and also some pleasure foods sprinkled in between. Tip number 2, savor your food. When you're eating, especially when you're eating pleasure foods, turn off distractions around you, slow down the eating process, eat mindfully, notice the textures, the flavors, the aromas of the food, and keep checking in with every bite, noticing the pleasure that the food is bringing you. Tip number 3, start learning to trust your hunger. You know, when we were babies, we were given hunger cues and we cried when we were hungry and we turned our heads away when we were full. Part of the non-diet approach is tuning back into those cues and allowing those cues to help you plan regular meals and snacks throughout the day as you are able. Tip number 4, fullness is another part of those stomach cues that can help guide your timing, your eating timing, and your meal amounts. As you're eating, tune in with the food, notice again how it tastes, how it feels in your body, and find a comfortable stopping place. Find a place where after you eat, your energy levels still feel high and you're able to function normally throughout the day. Hunger and fullness cues can vary daily based on your activity levels and your stress levels, which is why calorie counting really isn't an appropriate approach for managing food. Your calorie needs vary constantly throughout the week based on activity levels and stress levels. So instead of counting calories, you can really trust your hunger cues to tell you when to eat and your fullness cues to tell you when it's probably time to stop eating. You don't even have to be perfect at honoring hunger and fullness. In fact, a normal eater certainly overeats at times and skips meals and snacks at times when they're busy. But this is just part of moving the process forward and doing your best to tune into hunger and fullness and attend to those cues. Tip number 5 is to plan for eating. Going to the grocery store as you're able to, with some certain meals and snacks in mind, and as you're able, trying to find put meals together that have a variety of food groups that are both nourishing but also satisfying. And you don't need to overthink meal planning. Keep the meals simple. And I've listed here just a few simple meal ideas to help get you started. Tip 6, hydration. It's a great idea to bring water with you so that you can stay well hydrated, and again, honoring that part of your body throughout the day. If you find water to be boring, you can, of course, flavor waters with fruit, juice, or tea. Try to make your beverages more fun. And if you're wondering if you're getting enough hydration, one way to know that is to check the color of your urine. And of course, a nice pale yellow color is going to tell you that you're well hydrated, whereas a dark yellow color is going to tell you that it would be a good idea to start drinking more water. Tip number 7, reduce stress and explore your emotions. Some folks find that when they're experiencing certain emotions, it leads to eating. It's important to get curious about those emotions and not judge yourself or feel shame around wanting to turn to food to cope with emotions. It's certainly a great coping tool, or else you wouldn't turn to it. It's also a good idea to develop an arsenal of health-supporting coping tools, such as the ideas listed here. Tip number 8 is to find joyful ways to move your body. Notice that being physically active probably makes you feel good. And so a non-diet approach is about shifting the focus. Maybe in the past you've been physically active for the primary purpose of losing weight. When you're able to let go of what the scale says and really tune into what your body needs, your body probably craves physical movement, and you're more likely to be consistent with physical activity when you pursue activities that are enjoyable. You'll probably notice too, as you add more physical activity into your life, that you experience reduced depression. It's also known to enhance your mood, reduce anxiety, improve your body image, and even increase clarity of thought and academic performance. And you've likely noticed that it makes it easier to fall asleep at night as well. Tip number 9 is super important. Love your body. We're not all meant to be the same size. Embrace body diversity. Celebrate our differences. It's important to stop comparing ourselves to one another and to just say no to the diet culture, which tells us that we have to be a certain size in order to be healthy and to be beautiful. We know that's not true. We know that's a message that we've been fed through the media. And so tip number 9 is to really acknowledge that health and well-being is not a number on the scale. And your last tip is to start small. Start making changes when you're ready in very small ways. Like maybe you want to start being more physically active. It's okay to start with a goal of just doing that once a week. Start at a slow pace and definitely pursue activities that are joyful. My name's Dawn Clifford. I'm the author of the book Motivational Interviewing in Nutrition and Fitness, and I encourage you to follow me on Instagram at Dawn the Dietitian, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Dawn Clifford's MI Tips. Thank you.